Hi, my name is Baswaraj, graduated from Pina VJIT. I would like to talk about labs research facilities of my department, which helped a lot in extending my horizons by applying theory into practice. To point few things, in my first year we were taught C language. With the help from Research and Development Center, I have built a real-time audio detection engine and it is being used in a startup. In my second year, we were taught Java, and with the help of Mobile Vision Lab, we have developed few applications in Android for our college. Visio Haptics, another research lab which is first of its kind in Hyderabad, which introduced us to cutting edge technologies in the vision space like augmented reality, virtual reality, and gaming, and encouraged us a lot in doing some projects in that area.
Hello, my name is Praharsha. I'm a computer science graduate from VNR 2010 to 2014 batch. I got hired by Deloitte in my campus placements in the end of my third year. Went to work with Deloitte for 2 years in their data analytics team. And after that, I did my master's at Carnegie Mellon University in USA, concentration in data analytics. And right now, I'm working with Amazon as a data engineer.
It's my pleasure to be an alumni of CSC department, VNR Vignan Jyoti. My journey towards a professional career began in my first year of college. The department has provided me with all the infrastructure and facilities required to learn, grow, and build a career. It can be in the form of trainings, certification programs, mentoring, guidance required for a student in order to learn and grow. Today, I run two organizations, Mithal Technologies, a private firm, and Cyber Jagriti Foundation, a non-profit organization. And during my college days, I had opportunities to work with national and international governments, departments, and many others. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, I'm Priya Bhandari, a computer science undergraduate passed out in the year 2018 from VNR Vignan Jyoti. I find myself fortunate enough to have received immense support from each and every faculty member and the Department of Computer Science at VNR. I currently work as a consultant for Microsoft. If it wasn't for a faculty member who have told me about the international programming competition ACM ICPC, I would have never even thought about enrolling in it. It soon turned out to be one of the biggest differentiator between me and my peers when applying for a job. I strongly feel that differentiator had opened many number of doors which I never would have even thought about and provided me with opportunities which were far beyond my reach. And I have only the computer science department to thank for that.
Previous panelists have discussed very much in detail about the curriculum and the placement opportunities. So I will largely discuss on what is driving the necessity for these specialized disciplines coming up within CSC. So this change is not actually being driven by the industry or the academy as such. So this is actually a shift in how the industry or academia views computer science as a discipline. So computer science from the beginning has always been a multidisciplinary subject. It always had a bit of mathematics, it always had a bit of electronics and a bit of everything to get it running. So if you majorly look at the famous topics that we are speaking about today, things such as AI and ML, these are not very new to computer science. These have been discovered something in late 1950s, 1960s, and it's actually the amount of focus and the research that which has gone into this discipline. This has changed the focus of the industry to look at it as a specific application, to where we look at it as a specific discipline, wherein each discipline in itself has multiple applications. So traditionally, the data science or the AML, these services were provided by third-party providers as vendors to major industries. But now, in this growing field wherein there is a lot of data streaming in and a lot of decisions happening in-house, these third-party vending services have now become integral to all the major institutions in the industry. And almost every major industry that we spoke about, even in the placement section, now has in-house teams for these services like AML, data sciences, or even cybersecurity. And also, I do understand that maybe there are parents over here or students over here who are not yet too decided on where they're going with their career, who might be just having an introductory, who might be at an introductory stage to what computer science is. And I would say, do not be too much worried. Like Sangameshwar already pointed out, the course curriculum will always touch base on what computer science fundamentally is. And these are the concepts which will not vary across all of these disciplines. These are something that which you will carry on for the rest of your life. So these will be the same. And also, apart from this, some other things that I would like to highlight is that if you find yourself uh, just telling that, hey, I want to see myself in a particular role at the end of this one, or I want to be a particular person who wants to research in an area. So this specialization courses puts you in an advantageous position wherein you have a formalized curriculum, formalized basic curriculum, I would say, to kind of place you in that direction. And even if you are placed into a different one, or if you kind of during your course discover your passion in some other discipline, it is perfectly possible for you to kind of go into electives which will happen during your late third year and your early fourth year. And you will also have opportunities to develop projects with students from across these disciplines. So nowadays it is not fair to tell that all of these disciplines are mutually exclusive. In fact, if you kind of look into data science, like already Sangameshwar mentioned, once you go into predictive analytics, or whenever you're going into deeper areas of machine learning, you would always see that data science and machine learning kind of go hand in hand. And also, while you kind of collect a lot of data, then now as you go started hearing in even news items as well, the more data that you get a lot of problems even around data governance and how you kind of store that data safely of your customers. Also, how are you processing them? What are the privacy concerns? Again, all of this will again have a bit of mix from the cybersecurity as well. So, any individual project that we take up, even in the industry, from the day one, like Sangameshwar and others from the industry have mentioned, we always think of all the prospectus. It would include cybersecurity, it would include machine learning, how the processing happens. So, it is always a mix of all of these. So, there is no a particular reason why we would tell that one is at a disadvantageous position than the other. So it is always up to the students on their passion and their motivation, which drive their choice of discipline. And even if you're in a discipline and if you discover a different passion while you're on the journey, it is always welcome for you to take up any new electives or any other massive online courses which are now widely available. And all of these are equally respected by the industry. So it's always a combination of the academia plus these self-learning plus the industry which drives in all these disciplines at the end of the day. So I would always encourage that you kind of always keep yourself updated and try to explore all of these avenues as you go through this journey. And I'm sure that you will be in a definitely advantageous position at the end of the day. That's it. Thank you all, and I'll hand over.
First of all, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for providing this opportunity. And I'm glad that I'm coming back to this platform and speaking to every parent or students here. Hope each one of you are staying safe and please be strong during these times. So if I have to tell you about my experience at VNR and post VNR, so I had a tremendous learning journey during my undergrad at VNR. So basically, if I have to tell you, it doesn't depend on branch. It doesn't depend on your degree as well. It totally depends on your skills and what you've achieved during that time. So if I have to tell you about my experience, I and Akshay, along with other, friends at VNR, we have developed many, real world projects and kind of worked with many internships and so on. So that actually added value to our resume, which is what most of the companies look for. So what companies look for when they are hiring for a candidate is whether you have transferable skills or not. So it doesn't depend if you had taken CS, like, IoT course, or doesn't depend on cybersecurity course if you have taken that. It totally depends on whether you can prove that you have the right skills to accomplish that task at that job. So With that said, we had the strong foundations, which of course VNR and the staff had provided to us. So that is very, very important too. If you just have the basic knowledge, later on you can just build on it through your own experiences. And this could be either by taking part in many competitions, coding competitions, or develop your own projects, be develop your apps or websites and so on. So that's when you actually start experimenting with your learnings. So what I would suggest for parents as well as students is don't worry whichever course or whichever program you're into. It's just that you have the right skills. And if I have to talk about coming abroad and masters, again they see is, are you part of different extracurricular activities? Did you really work on many projects? Did you have the right experience to take up challenging work at either business school or either at a software industry as well. So with that said, I can pass it over to Akshay if he wants to talk about master opportunities at like abroad.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for attending the session, and of course, thanks my beloved faculty. It's absolutely a pleasure to be joining this call right now at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So it really showcases how much I really want to be part of this session to enlighten the parents as well as students who are part of this call. So I guess everyone so far who has spoken did cover the majority of the points, which I totally agree with. So let me just add one or two points, or probably share some examples to just make you understand whatever has been said in a much simpler and easier way. So that's correct. So it really doesn't depend on what course you're actually taking up. Like, if you consider the courses that are available within the CSE department, all of them have the same fundamental courses of computer science within them. And whatever you're doing extra, that is the AI or IoT or cybersecurity, it's just like an add on. It's just like an opportunity where you can kind of explore if that if that is your cup of tea or not. And even if you do get into another CSE stream, there's always an opportunity for you to jump into whatever role and whatever kind of domain that you'd like to. And all of that only depends on what you do when you're at school. So it's not just about taking up those courses and just getting a good like scores and then figuring out like a great percentage towards the very end. It's not about that. It's about the quality of learning that you have kind of learned within those few years, and then how you actually utilized all of those learnings to develop cool and innovative projects. So that's what really stands out to industry professionals, be it the Amazons, the Microsofts, or the Facebooks, or whatever. And coming to the master side of things, I personally have friends who didn't at all take up CSE or IT, but happened to take up majors in computer science when it when it came to their master's program. So anything is possible on this world. I think it's just the passion and drive that's needed by each one of you if we really want to get to one particular destination. And just to mention one other fact, like I do have friends from even chemical engineering as well as supply chain management who are right now working at Microsoft as software engineers as well as product managers. So I guess that's like the best example that I could give you. And I guess with that, I'd like to wrap up the masters as well as the different streams. So don't worry, everyone, you guys are in good hands. The faculty at VNR are absolutely amazing, and they really provide you a great environment where you can build those great friendships and also learn at the same time. So you guys are safe. You don't have to worry.